What's up, Jays fans? I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, alongside host Nick Gosse. Got some breaking news out of Jays land today. Chad Green, we thought we would go live right away as soon as we saw it. He is signed to what we believe is a 3-year deal, Nick.
Yeah,
A
3-year deal with a
3-year
bunch of
deal.
options. We'll get into it in a
Yeah,
minute here, but
there you
2
go.
years, 8.5 is the base salary, and it has some potential to increase from there.
Yeah, now just to clear something up for all of you guys, this signing will not be announced for the next couple weeks, so it won't be made official by the Jays, just for the simple fact that they can't place Chad Green on the 60-day injured list at this moment in time. They have to wait until pitchers and catchers report to spring training, which is very soon, in a couple weeks' time. So once they do report, they'll be able to put him on the injured list because he's going to miss the better part of the season, which is why they signed him to a multi-year deal with I'm sure a lot of incentives and club options and player options as well. So a very good signing. The Jays bullpen seems to be complete for this season at least, and it'll be interesting to see if there's any more news that unfolds in this live stream here.
Yeah, definitely a great signing. I'm a huge fan, and our bullpen is insane. And we'll go over a few things. It'll be a short live stream though, just a heads up, a pretty short live stream. Shane Turner saying Jays doing their trade deadline shopping in the offseason. Ryu will be back by the deadline, and Green should be ready to go then too. Yeah, what's up, Matt? And yeah, no, that's a good point. They basically just bolstered their bullpen even further for not only this year, next year, and potentially the year after if everything works out at a very cheap price as well.
Yeah. So what stood out to me is I believe Chad Green had his surgery in June, if I'm not mistaken, and he's projected by Fangraphs to pitch around 28-ish innings this upcoming season. So that means he'll still have quite some time to get acclimated during the regular season, which is good for the Toronto Blue Jays. He'll be good to go by October, barring any unforeseen circumstances. But this is a good signing. He's always been a reliable reliever with strikeout potential over the course of his entire career, and the guy's just a straight up stud. If he can find what he had beforehand, then it'd be great.
We got a super chat. Peter's camera's a bit laggy for some reason. Maybe it's the internet this time of day, but I know you can still hear him well. What's up, gaming? Thank you for the super chat. Let me pop that up. He said, not a lefty, but a good pickup. Yeah, I completely agree. I'm super pumped about it. I mean, like Peter just said, again, and like you said earlier in the live stream, it won't be fully official for 2 weeks, but Shai Davidi did report it. You're breaking the story to me. First time hearing this. Thanks, boys. That was the goal, Will. That was the goal with going live here.
That was the goal.
Jonas
Thanks,
and Hibbles.
Let's get gaming for
Yeah.
the super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you all for being in here. We weren't sure if we should do a live stream here or a video, but we decided on a live stream, and I'm very excited. I love doing this. I love getting the break-in reaction out of the both of us, and if there's anything new that unfolds throughout the live stream, we'll be the first.
For sure. Save him and Chad Green for the World Series. Do you guys think we need Chafin or more for the pen? Peter, you also want to try to leave in the column rejoining, because I know the camera's a bit delayed.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Do you guys think we need Chafin or more for the pen? Is Meza enough? I think Meza should be enough for now. A bit of technical difficulties here. It's a slow process. We're trying to get it worked out. Are we still in on other bullpen arms? I would say Chad Green is probably. I think you're good, Peter. I think you're fine for now. It's going to be a bit of a technical one.
Cool.
Let me just read a few of these. So do we think we need Chafin or more for the pen? Is Meza enough? I think at this point Meza's enough. I think Chafin is what. Chad Green is what we. I think that was the last move for the bullpen. Peter rocking Stingers merch. Yeah. Love to see it. And are we still in on other bullpen arms? Seems to be. What's up, Michael Hanlon? Hope you're doing well. Can't wait to see him in a Jays uni. Me as well. Are we still on other bullpen arms? Peter, I'll let you answer that question real quick. And thanks again for the super chat, gaming.
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say. It's hard to say whether or not the Jays are still in on anybody at this point. My inclination would be no, just because there's a lot of internal options, and you're banking on Chad Green now to hey man, he's gonna be a solid pickup for the Toronto Blue Jays and battle tested. He's been a high leverage guy in those great Yankees bullpens that we've seen. Ray, thank you. This is what we are talking about now. You're right. This is another Ross Atkins bomb, and he never lets you know what his next move is going to be, which I love about him. You know, who could have saw Chad Green coming to the Toronto Blue Jays? Definitely not me. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, so we have Jay Mesh saying Rosenthal to the Jays are still in another bullpen arms. Is that a recent thing or something else? Paul Duffy saying save Green for the World Series. True. Rosenthal also tweeted that Green is rehabilitating from Tommy John. Structure their contract will force Jays to make early decision on him and give Green the ability to exercise the second guaranteed year if team does not exercise 3-year deal. And he has already passed his physical, so it won't be a Carlos Correa situation. He has passed his physical. Dylan Martinez saying during my reading week, me and my family are going to Clearwater to watch some spring training games. So hype, that should be super fun. Spring training is always a good time. Not a lefty we take, but we take those. That's kind of how I feel as well. I mean, you can't really complain about a deal like that. No one had him linked to the Blue Jays. People had him linked to the Yankees. I literally saw a tweet earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday. Someone saying they want a Yankees fan basically saying they want him back. And we'll have a full video covering the signing probably tomorrow. We have another video coming out tonight, but it's super exciting.
I'm gonna have to reread this Ken Rosenthal tweet here a million times
to
because
understand.
it still is not making sense to me. Is that what you just read out, Nick?
Yeah, the most recent one. Essentially, he passed his physical was the big thing, and so the Jays had to make an early decision on him and give Green the ability to exercise the second guaranteed year if the team does not exercise the 3-year option. So there's a bunch of weird stuff going on. I don't even know what that means. 2 years, $8.5 million with an option for the third year is what it's looking at right now, with potential for more.
Interesting. All we know is that for sure this year,
Correct.
he's gonna be a valuable contributor come playoff time for the Toronto Blue Jays, and I think that's what matters here. That's what we got to look at.
Shane Turner saying, unless we think Kikuchi can perform in the pen or Ryu hits the pen once he returns, Meza has to be perfect and might get overused. It's also possible, though. I think a lot of our righties can do good against lefties. Ray, let the Yankees cry. Thanks again for the donation, Ray. Let's Get Gaming saying, any idea on the timeline for Tommy John? So Fangraphs has Chad Green projected at, I think you said 23 innings, Peter?
29
innings, and I think I looked at it with a 3 something ERA. It wasn't in the four, so that's their projection.
3.7 ERA was their projection. Now, let's say a reliever averages around 65 to 70 innings in a fully healthy season. That means he'll probably be back by around mid-season, so around the All-Star break is when you should expect Chad Green to come back. Now, whether he'll be the same Chad Green, it remains to be seen. But a lot of guys come back from Tommy John surgery a lot stronger than they were before that, and he's still only 31 years old, not that old. So I'm excited to see what he can do. I think he's got potential to find it again, and they won't throw him into the 7th or 8th inning right away, but he's got potential to get there.
Make sure to hit the like button. I just popped up the little like thing, and hit the subscribe button. Daily content. Peter, I'm going to let you answer this question. I'll be back in 1 sec. It's middle of the day. I'm kind of like working on some stuff here. But Peter, you can take this one over. He asks, does a vet who is familiar with Yankee Stadium make him more valuable given the Rogers Center dimension changes? I'll let you answer that. And guys, I'll be back in 1 second. Lil Pump, welcome to the chat. I'll be back in a sec, guys. But Peter got you for the meantime.
All right, cool. Shout out to Connor. That's my guy over there. Go to school with him. Worked with him a few times on a couple projects there. But yeah, Connor, I think getting a vet that's familiar with the AL East is huge. I mean, he knows his way around the division. You don't play as many divisional games this year as you did in previous years, but he's going to be very important to the team. And come October, I expect nothing less than valuable outings out of Chad Green. Now we need a left-handed power hitter. That's what Brandon Belt was. That's why they went out and got Brandon Belt. Still need another reliever since he's out till June. Will, thank you, man. Thank you. Do you know how much trouble?
I'm back. I can give the animation.
Trouble was for the Jays.
Got you.
Go ahead. Thanks, Will. Appreciate it. Do you know how much trouble was for the Jays? I don't understand. I don't understand that question. Sorry about that.
Maybe he's saying how good was Chad Green against the Jays as his time as a Yankee. Maybe that might be the.
We'll let you clarify. We'll let you clarify that, Will, because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth here.
We still need another reliever since he's out till June or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty deep bullpen though. Pretty deep bullpen.
There's a lot of internal options though, which I think will stray them away from looking on the free agent market now. The Jays have spent a lot of money this offseason. They've spent a lot of money on the trade market as well. Now, I think one of the internal options has a real shot, and I'm talking about Nate Pearson. I'm talking about I'm talking about Nate Pearson, Junior Fernandez, Julian Fernandez. There's a lot of hard throwing right-handed pitchers, and Jimmy Robbins, someone that we talked about in the video that we recorded a little bit before this news dropped. So I'm looking at an internal option for maybe until Chad Green gets back. I'm not sure if they're going to be active again on the free agent market, but Ross has surprised me. Ross has surprised me.
I was right. I was right about his donation. So he's asking how good was Green against us. I think he was pretty solid. I don't know the exact stats. Someone in the chat might be able to give them to us, and we'll have that in the full breakdown. But I'm pretty sure he was pretty good against us. He's been great his whole career. He's never had an ERA above 4. And thanks again, Will, for the super chat there. It means a lot. Appreciate it.
Nick, do you have the fan graphs on hand there so we could maybe show them?
I can try. I don't want to. Last time I did that, the audio got messed up. I got the audio messed up.
I'll man the chat before you do that. So we'll try to get something popped up for you guys here just to show you his projections. Carol, thank you for
another one
for becoming a member.
Thank you, Carol. Appreciate it. We'll throw in the super chat thing there. You get some emojis, some other stuff. Thank you, Carol. Blue Jays will face the Astros in the AL Championship. That'd be a dream.
That would be awesome. Now, Fluffy Shark.
Go ahead.
Fluffy Shark here said, once Chad Green gets healthy, what will his role be in this bullpen? Now, I think they're going to ease him into a high leverage role. That being said, I think they're going to put him in maybe mid relief role once he gets back. But I won't be surprised come October if he's a 7th or 8th inning type guy. He's got that type of arm. Go ahead, Nick.
So what did you want me to get? You want me to get his projections for next year?
For Fangraphs, okay. Yeah. And Carol, our newest member, asking here, could you please tell me who Green is and what did we have to get for him? Now we signed him as a free agent. The Toronto Blue Jays signed Chad Green from the New York Yankees. What it's reported now is a 2-year, $8.5 million deal, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct,
with a club option. So correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, but I think that's what it's looking like right now.
That's what it's looking like. Yeah.
It's a great value. He's coming off an injury. We're not exactly sure what he's going to look like post Tommy John. We're never quite sure what a pitcher looks like after that type of surgery. But for what it's worth, he's been good his entire career. He's still only 32 years of age, or he will be by the time opening day rolls around. And the guy's a stud. Guy's a straight up stud.
All right, so I got the projections on here, and I can tell you what each one means here. So the innings pitch, you can see the little line. So he's projected to have 29 innings pitched. So these are the 4 different projections things they use. So you can see on this side here, use my finger, 29 innings pitched. That's his projections. And if you go all the way over near Peter right to the under your mic where it says 3.70, 3.56. Yeah, that's the projected ERA right there. And then some other stuff like whip and all that. So he's projected to have 29-ish innings pitched with a 3.7 ERA in 2022. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button as well if you like daily baseball content. So we've been pumping that out daily.
Cyclone Burns over here. Do you think Zach Britton possibly signing with the Angels is bad for his career? How do you think Britton would benefit from signing with the Jays? Has there been any confirmation on that, or is that just a rumor, Burns? But I mean, I think the Angels are trying to win. They're trying to win right now, and I think they have a legitimate chance to challenge for a wild card spot. Maybe, Shai Davidi over here. A new update. Nick,
yeah.
Remember what I told you before streaming? How it would probably be backloaded.
Yeah.
So Chad Green gets $2.25 million in 2023.
Okay.
And then Jay's option from 24 to 27. For $27 million over the 3 years.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this screenshot up on the screen for you guys now. It won't be fancy, but I'm going to get it up for y'all.
I'm still very confused after reading that tweet. I'm not going to lie.
So you can see this here. It's going to cover my face a little bit. Bear with us. We're getting some screenshots here. Appreciate all the viewers as well. All right, so I'm going to stand up a little bit. Creative, yeah, so basically what you said. Creative contract, Green gets... I'll get to that in a second. $2.25 million in 2023, and after that, the Jays have an option all the way up to 2027. It's a bunch of confusing stuff, but all the way up to 2027 is possible, Peter. That is it's like a long-term play. Carol with the donation, super chat. Thank you. Who is Green? Who did we give up for him? Why did we get him? Is going to be in our rotation. I don't even know who this guy is. Please explain. He is not. So he is a bullpen arm. We didn't have to give up anything besides money. We said $8.5 million. He's a bullpen arm. No trade. We didn't have to give up anyone. He used to play for the Yankees, and he is in the bullpen. He is a reliever, a right-handed reliever, 31 years of age or 30 years of age. But we did not have to give up anything for him as a free agent signing. Thank you for the super chat, Carol. We appreciate it.
Bomberman here, or Bomberman, said low risk, high upside move that makes sense. This offseason has renewed my faith in Ross Atkins. Lots of smart moves this offseason. Have faith. Let Ross cook. He's cooking up a storm in that kitchen over there. We just got to have faith. He is trying to win. He is trying to win right now, and he's making all the moves and pulling all the right strings to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, Ross Atkins has been what a great offseason so far. And I mean, it's probably coming to an end with spring training soon, but couldn't really ask for a better. I'm gonna ask you this question now in the chat as well. We'll go live for a few more minutes here. I got to get back to work, but quick question: would you rather this Chad Green signing, or maybe a trade or a signing of Andrew Chafin or Barlow? We'll put Barlow to the side because he's more of a higher leverage guy. But for someone like Andrew Chafin or Matt Moore, who you'd probably only get in a 1 year deal, would you rather have the potential, the upside for 5 years to come with Chad Green, or would you rather have just been more reliable right now, ready to win with Matt Moore?
And I think Chad Green is the right play here. He's very reliable. He knows the AL East, as someone mentioned in the chat a bit earlier, and this is just the right move here. I think. We'll answer a couple more questions here because we got to get going. But we want to thank you all for joining. 211 viewers at midday.
Insane. Thank you.
Pretty crazy. We did not think this would happen.
We will have a video coming out tonight as well. Not about Chad Green though, unfortunately.
Shot in the dark. We took a shot in the dark here. We weren't sure how this was going to play out, but we appreciate all the support. And I guess Jays fans always have their radars on when a move is made, and we're no different than any of you in the comment section here, because we were fired up about this move.
Super excited. Do you guys think we still need more outfield depth, or is Nathan Luke's the depth? I think at this point it's probably internal. That being said, who knows what Ross is cooking up at this point, because Robbie Grossman's still out there. He still hasn't been signed. So thank you, Paul.
Duffy, thanks, Nick and Peter. Thanks for the updates. Great job. Keep it up. Thank you, Paul. We really appreciate each and every one of you in here. Not sure how much longer we'll be. Josh. Thank you. Do you think we still go after a lefty for the bullpen?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think so, but I've been wrong all off season, and your guess is as good as mine at this point here.
Calvin, I'm missing it. Working for another 3 hours. Well, thanks for being able to tune in, and thanks for being a member. We appreciate it. Chad Green has a career 669 OPS versus lefties. So yeah, he's a very, very good pitcher against lefties. He strikes out a lot as well. Will Ricky Tiedemann fit in the bullpen later in the year as an additional lefty? That's a potential thing. We actually discussed that in a video that's dropping in a couple hours today. We discussed Ricky Tiedemann a little bit more. If you guys want to check that out, we'll be dropping in a couple hours. Lefty Chafin for the bullpen. Maybe. I think they view Chad Green as that left-handed stopper, though, as well. I don't know if they are going to do another bullpen addition, because it's already kind of log-jammed in the sense of we have lots of people waiting to come up from the minor leagues.
And also, don't forget, Anthony Bass was exceptional against lefties last year. I know our last memory of him from 2022 was him imploding in the playoffs, but let's look at the whole body of work here. He was dominant all year long and was unreal against lefties. And he's got a wipeout slider as well. So I'm excited to see what this bullpen can do. All the pieces are coming together. I agree in the chat that we still need another outfielder to maybe complete the roster. But it's looking good. It's looking real good, and you could tell that Ross is just trying to win right now, and I love it.
Thank you, Calvin. Back to the grind. Have a good day at work. Hopefully this news helps your day go a little bit faster. Matt saying, I think we should sign someone on a 1 year deal because Green will be out, and that's a possibility as well. There's tons of possibilities, and as the coming days happen, there'll be more info released about everything, and maybe the contract will make a bit more sense. And I don't know, this was kind of a move that was in the dark, and then it just happened. So maybe that's the same thing with Robbie Grossman, because we hadn't heard anything about Chad Green. We haven't heard anything about Robbie Grossman, so maybe they are getting a fourth outfielder. And if they do get a fourth outfielder, then you can consider, at least I'll be able to consider, the offseason complete if he's a left-handed. Grossman or Profile would be nice. I would like Grossman. How will the elimination of the shift affect the Jays, who used it more than any other MLB team? It'll be very interesting. I think it'll help. I think it'll hurt in some ways. We might have a video, or we'll discuss that more in a longer live stream as well, but it's a big effect for sure.
Yeah, end of Trent Thornton as Jay?
Probably.
I would like to think so. No disrespect to Trent Thornton, but He just doesn't fit in this bullpen anymore. This is what we've always been wanting as Blue Jay fans. Too many options is never a bad thing, and that's what the Blue Jays have right now. So we'll answer a couple more questions here. Thank you all for tuning in once again. It's been unreal, the support that we've gotten, especially at 2 p.m. Or 3:30 p.m. Knicks time here on a Tuesday. That's
Yeah.
just unheard of. Unheard of. Thank you guys so much for all of that.
Biggio most definitely benefit from the shift ban. It's a great point, and we actually, that's another future video we're gonna have as well. I guess we're giving you all the news. We're having a Biggio video at some point in the coming days, along with the one that's dropping here tonight. We could just trade for a fourth outfielder at the deadline. That's a good point as well. The deadline is going to be crazy this year. I can see, assuming the Jays are in a good spot, I can see them going all in. Need the Jays to trade for Blue Jays legend. Hatch isn't on the 40-man anymore. Yeah, no, Hatch's time is gone. We'll answer a couple more questions before I wrap up. I got to get back to doing what I was doing. Do we have any final questions? Again, like you said, Peter, thank you all for tuning in. It was we didn't know how it was going to go with the with midday stuff, but we did want to get the news out, and I'm glad to hear we could break the news to a lot of you guys. That's really good. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Matt Sweeby here. Just wish Atkins had never traded for Thornton, Hatch, K, Merriweather, Drury, McKinney, Fisher. You're in the teardown Hey,
you win some,
now
you lose
look
some.
at the team. You win some, you lose some, exactly. And he did not sacrifice the future of the ball club either. And he's extending the competitive window while also not sacrificing the future of the Jays. And I could not be more thankful for the work that Ross Atkins has done. I mean, the barometer that we have is either Alex Anthopoulos in recent memory and Ross Atkins. And I mean, Alex Anthopoulos completely tore this team down. Obviously he tried to get them a World Series. It didn't pan out, but the Jays rebuild was accelerated by the work that Ross Atkins did over his time, and he's gotten a lot of flack for no reason, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it'll be, well, I agree. It's and the offseason now is really coming together fully, and this was kind of like even if they hadn't made this move, I think the offseason still would have been considered a success. But Vlad's prediction now is it more fun against the Yankees. That's going to be a crazy rivalry, but that'll wrap it up. I got to get back to work. Thank you guys for watching. We'll have a video dropping for you guys in 2 hours ish, around 4 Eastern or so a bit less than that, and you guys can check that out. And we'll have a full breakdown presumably tomorrow on Chad Green. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, for watching, and we'll see you in tonight's video or tomorrow, whenever you tune in again.
Thanks, guys. We really appreciate all the support that we